Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2. I think things are going really well. We've got a very significant bank, we've finally got enough money that not only are we not hemorrhaging, but we could actually afford to hire on some new units and complete Orion's army. And we're not that far away from just winning. Right, we still have to complete the Oak of Ages, which is going to mean 12 more amber, if I'm not mistaken. Or 11 more amber, 12 total amber. Which I'm not 100% sure what the best way to get that is, but we can come down here and fight Tilia for a bit. Maybe we wipe out Clan Angrund. I don't know. I think we're going to probably want to look for targets of opportunity. It looks like Bretonia, although they have a lot of amber, maybe not the greatest target. I don't know. We'll see how things work out. I'm not too worried about it. I think we're doing all right. One thing we can definitely get some amber from is this. So what is the state of Durthu's army right now? Okay, he needs a couple of turns to replenish, and then we'll go do that quest battle. And in the capital, we are just barely holding on to our public order, even with the branch wraiths working. Oh, because of the chaos corruption from the fact that the Chaos Rising thing is happening, and I'm sure, obviously we can't see up there, but I'm sure the AI is not doing a great job taking care of it. That's interesting. The border princes have really expanded. So is that going to be a problem for us? This is trending toward 12.5. We might end up at -1 public order in both of our regions. That wouldn't be a big deal. We could just build this building again. It wouldn't be a problem. Okay, I think we're on. Let's go. We are almost certainly not going to bother to research any further technologies. I mean, the fact is, 11 amber is an amount we're going to have to go to war for, so I'm no longer that concerned about the plus diplomatic standing tech. And yeah, I can't imagine there being a tech that's going to benefit us enough for it to be worthwhile to spend on it. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely military access. That sounds great. Okay, here we go. They're actually, the Tilians are actually moving now. Well, yeah, it looks like the fastest way to get where we're going will actually be taking the sea. You don't want to get too far out from the coast because you start to suffer the deep water attrition. It's not super clear, but there is actually a slight difference in color between the shallow water here and the dark water here. If we zoom in, it really doesn't. Yeah, it's pretty faint, but there's a difference. There is the fog drifting over the heavy water as well, or the deep water as well. I guess that's a much more visually obvious solution. All right, so we'll just run Durthu south as well. His armies are going to replenish at a pretty solid clip, thanks to all of the replenishment stuff we have given him. So. Where's our other Waystalker? Where's Daretalk? Oh, right. Daretalk was keeping an eye on the north for me. I don't like this. You know what? He's going to stay up here. I need to know what's going on. This is making me real nervous. I'm confident that we can turn the Tilians back, though, with 2 armies. And we're 6 turns off of the Oak of Ages? All right. Oh, you know what? Actually, the Oak of Ages may solve our corruption problem, because I believe we're going to have an extra 3 points of corruption countering, which will probably be good enough to make the corruption try to settle a little bit south of 10%. And if we can keep it under 10%, we'll be fine on public order. Yeah. Okay, we have 1 spare amber, so the loss of this settlement's just going to put us on 0 amber. We're not suffering any penalties yet. I don't know if it's a disaster game. It's not great, but... Alright, it is still the case that each of our armies is better than 1 Tilian army, straight up. This quest battle may have to wait a second. I don't want to get weakened from the quest battle when we're needed down here. It is still the case that one of our armies is straight up better than one of the Tilian armies. They're starting to have some cool stuff, but like elf units seem to be very good. Where's my... Here we go. So let's just start messing with these guys. Modifies their movement by negative 53%. I think we'll still let them get to Magritta. Let's just kill their general. Let's start softening this army up. Ooh, complete assassination. That guy is just gone. Alright. Well, we don't have a ton to do on these turns. Let's check in with Dertok. Where did that army go? The Marienburgers retreat? Alright, hold on. Let's try to get a grasp on what's going on here diplomatically. So they're at war with Ziflin. The Empire is at war with the Border Princes, of course. And also everybody to their east and north. They're friends with Bretonia, though, and they're trading. Okay, I guess it's a lot of people marching armies around people that they're not officially at war with. It's possible that stuff is going to touch off in a fairly serious way soon. We should try to be aware of this. Okay, so we're opening up the other positions within the Gathering of Ancients. I do think it would be really nice if we could get some trade going with the non-Wood Elf factions.
The forest calls.
But we're a couple of turns away from that. We have a crazy amount of money. I just need, I need a turn or two where I don't have to be running so that I can fill his army up the rest of the way. I guess I could be starting to draft a third army. Maybe that's what I should be doing here. They want me to pay them for a non-aggression pact. I don't think I'm going to do that because they might be a good source of some of the amber that we have to go get. Well, I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is going to leave him in a position where Orion can reach him. Magritta's walls won't be useful yet. And it shouldn't have a garrison. Yeah, now we're suffering. Yeah, it doesn't have a garrison yet.
Absolutely not.
He didn't take very much damage taking it.
Fine.
Ah, but he's going to be able to run his secondary army in here. Yeah, that's interesting. The good news is, if we manage to break these guys, I feel very confident that we'll be able to just run over and wipe them off the map and gain, what, 4 more amber in doing so? Oh, I thought they had 3 cities. Maybe they only have 2. So once we do that, we'll be at +4. Yeah, I better not advance.
Guardian of the Deepwood.
If I move in on Magritta, yeah, we're just going to get... Orion's going to get run over by the 2 armies combined. Let's move him back to within range of here. And then, I mean, there's no reason for him to be visible.
My will is yours.
You can have him grab the Hawkeyes of Jakira. I didn't take that tech that lets you recruit globally faster. So everything he could recruit here would be 2 turns. Yeah. I don't think any recruiting's happening.
Not likely.
This isn't a terrible army. What level are these mages? Okay, they're all of his heroes are quite low level. We did kill a couple of his good heroes. Dertok. Dertok is who I want. Yeah, it's just a bunch of people sort of idly milling about. Well, I'll tell you what, I don't care for it, but there's not really a lot I can do about it. So, do I want to just start drafting a third army? The upkeep cost of a good army is very high. That's right, we wanted to get up here so that we could push Orion's quest forward and get amber from that. Let's wait, let's see how much trade we're able to negotiate with the non-elf nations. Let's see exactly what the benefit of opening up these other council positions is, and then I'll make that decision. Because we're only at like plus 1,000 right now, and obviously it'll get better once we take back the ports we just lost. But takes a lot of money to run an army, especially these Wood Elf units are good, but they're expensive, man. Okay, so... He is providing 10 income from local regions, but he's not on the map anymore, right? I fired him. Yeah, so he's not actually doing anything in this position. So let's kick him and put him into this slot instead. Alright, and now we can trade with people, so everybody doesn't like me, right? But how much? Some of this might be overcomable. Minus 18... I'm very interested in trade with the Bretonnians.
I'll have your will.
Okay, my position is currently improving with them. Let's give them a little gift. A little payment often smooths things over. Ooh. You know, if we could make military allies of the Bretonnians so that we never have to worry about our north border and we get amber from them, that would allow us to focus on taking the rest of the amber we need down here. I think that would be really good. I'm going to just, like, super pay these guys. Alright, 40 points of approval from the gifts. It's going to take a little while, but we're going to get there. Who else can we have trade routes with up here? I don't think we have a land route to Marienburg, although we do have a sea route to Marienburg, don't we? We own ports, they own ports.
Do not waste my time with petty talk. Make your offer and be done.
Ooh, we're not going to be able to overcome that. And they don't like Bretonnia either. What about the Empire? Yeah, nah, that's not going to work either. The thing with Bretonnia is I did take the tech that gives bonus approval to Bretonnia. That's the only reason we're able to make any headway there. What about the border princes?
Nor are we foes yet.
You know, they don't hate us. We can make something happen down here. And then they could be sort of a backstop for us to ensure that we don't just continually get attacked from the east as we move through people. Yeah, you know what? I'm going hard on this. Like, we have a lot of money right now. Let's use it for stuff. Okay, if we can negotiate some successful treaties with those guys, that would be fantastic. Okay, we're back up to +1 public order. And that's the oak isn't even finished yet. Yeah, we're going to be fine. We're not going to have to do any work setting this up. So, let us figure out what aggression we are capable of. Unfortunately, we left Magritta alone for a turn to allow our armies to catch up, and now they do have a garrison. Which means that we're much more outnumbered than I would like. The good news is, Durthu has lightning strike. He can just run down here and crush this army, right? Wow. Not crush. Defeat. But not crush. It wasn't that bad. Alright, so let's cut some throats here. Oh, he doesn't have the movement to finish them off, though. Well, that's no good. Let's see here. If I move in for this attack... The garrison is pretty soft still. Leonardo Catraza has a real army, but a lot of them are just melee dudes. And we have these tree men, who are theoretically pretty good against melee. That's a lot of weapon strength. Not that much of it is armor piercing, though. They have a lot of handgunners and stuff. Let's just see what the auto resolve actually looks like. It's pretty tilted in their favor, doesn't it? Because I think this is about the middle line. It's a shame that we couldn't use lightning strike to finish off Rico's army. Well, I think we probably want to do this. I think I'm going to just have to manually control it. It's a little bit terrifying because I'm pretty bad at the game, but I think we need a positive result here. This is like a make or break moment, and Hopefully I can make it and not break it. So they have way, way more guys than we do. But our guys are a lot better on a one-to-one basis. Oh, this was foolish. I should have grabbed that Waystalker, thrown him into Orion's army. Yeah, we're just short a hero for no reason here. Agents on the map should be able to join battles as reinforcements. It doesn't make a lot of sense that the Waystalker could show up if he was in an army that was at his location, but he can't show up because he's by himself. So we have tree men who are basically giants. I've never used these before. We have a bunch of ranged flyers who seem like they must be very powerful, but I'm going to have to be careful to keep them away from Tilia's ranged units. And unfortunately, we don't have a wizard in this army. We're not going to be able to do any casting until Durthu's army catches up. Yeah, I don't know. I'm nervous. This is maybe a bad idea. Gotta brush up my skills for Total War Warhammer 2, though. So these guys are very fast. They have good range. They have Forest Stalker, which is interesting because they're not in the forest under any circumstances, right? They're above it. Alright, so for both of us, reinforcements are coming into the right. That's interesting. So it's pretty important to me that I deal with these guys quickly, right before the reinforcements can ride in. The thing we want most is to make it so that effectively we're fighting the one full-size powerful army that they have with both of our forces. Okay, so you guys are you guys are flying missile cavalry.
Awaiting orders.
And where's the great... Okay, the Great Eagle is a single unit, or a single figure unit. Yeah, honestly, I'm pretty worried about their ranged units. Ranged units have to be good against flyers, right? That's always been my experience. We do have a lot of armor on our tree guys.
Archers ready.
God, Durthu's whole army is ranged. So we probably... Actually, we want to attack them through the forest, though, right? Because these guys are forest stalkers. But what if doing this allows him to just charge back to his reinforcements? Well, I don't want to come at him from the low ground. You know what, Orion, you probably want to be over here. Oh, Orion has like a huge number of abilities. This affects everyone on the map. Okay. Okay. He's got some magic. I'm going to put the Great Eagle sort of out to the side over here. The thing is, I don't want it to engage right away. Don't think we're going to gamble. 15's not bad. Let's turn off the unit card display for a little bit more clarity. So the first thing I want to see is what they're going to do. It looks like they're just reforming. They're not really doing anything in particular. Should I maybe... You know what? Maybe the right play was to build up over here and just charge these guys as soon as they show up. I don't know. Alright, I'm going to move the Eagle out to the side and try to keep vision of what's going on over here. He needs to be sort of above the trees for that to work, I think. Alright. You guys are Archer Group 1. I mean, what we do is just move forward through this column of trees, right? I don't think there's a lot else to this. Hold on. Unit card. You guys don't actually have Forest Stalker. Yeah. So strangely, the trees don't move any faster through trees. Trees are not actually helpful to them. Alright, well, we'll just move up sort of next to the trees. I'm a little reticent to group up too much, because they do have mortars. Okay, you guys are fast. Okay. Alright, this is the first time we're going to see a lot of these units in action. Double time. Get into the battle. Now, none of our stuff is map range, right? Ooh, hey, we might get to, might get to make use of some of this stuff, though, pretty quickly. Alright, it looks like their armies are coming in kind of mixed up. It looks like some of those units are from the city garrison and some of them are from that army. I don't know what's going on there. Alright, you two, be careful. So, like, what if I just have them... My main concern is these ranged units. So what if I just fire on them while they're retreating? You guys are not shooting. Yeah, fall back. That was weird. They just kind of like, they lined up to shoot and then just sat there for the amount of time it took for the enemies to form up and be ready to shoot. Okay, well, we can definitely hit them in the back here. And some of our units are really fast and are actually already close. Obviously, forest dragons fly. So this guy's deal is, first of all, he causes terror. Secondly, his damage is largely armor piercing. He has poison. What do I do? I just drop him on their ranged? Like, it would be bad for him to just get shot a ton by ranged. And while he's engaged in melee, they will be able to shoot him, I believe. Due to him being so large. I think it negates that thing that prevents you from shooting into melee, usually. Oh, the wizards! That's right, the wizards are on unicorns. They're actually going to be in range pretty soon. Okay, this is not feeling so bad. The other thing I could do is maybe have the dragon... Like... They know where he is. There's no way to stealth him. I was thinking, like, if we could lay a trap with the dragon and catch some of these cavalry, that would be neat, but I think we're just going to have to commit him. We got to do, like I said, we got to do damage here. Yeah, just go right at him. We might lose our dragon. But nothing is more important than us winning this battle, really. Actually, you know what would be really good is if the dragon could catch the knights, right? Prevent them from getting their charge off. Because we have a lot of foot archer units that are not going to take a charge very well. Alright, we're close enough to start assigning targets. This is making me real nervous. Alright, that's a bad shot from their mortar. Let's just sort of wrap around here. Yeah, if we can keep some of them backing off. So a lot of their ranged units are turned this way. This is probably the best possible situation for this approach. We'll just have you guys run in here. Alright, I know they're scary, but do it. So run the monstrous infantry up over here. Our ranged units are just about to open. Get Orion up here. I'm a little concerned. We got some guys who are not moving as fast as I would like. Apparently they don't have a fast movement mode. I guess they are trees. Suppose that makes sense. Alright. Let's get our wizards. One of these guys has the Amber Spear, and the Amber Spear has pretty good movement, or pretty good range, doesn't it? Yeah, pretty good, but she's not quite there. Alright, just get to Get to the highish ground as quickly as you can. Alright, I'm going to try to not allow the... not make it so easy for the ranged units to turn into the dragon. Okay, here we go, here we go. We got our shot now. The spear is... I keep thinking this iconography is not super great. Throw the spear like... If we aim it here, it'll pass through a lot of stuff on the way out. And then you... can probably get a pretty good dwellers below off. Alright. Yeah, that did some damage. Ryan, just get the fuck in there, man. Wow, we are... Holy crap. Holy crap, look at that pile of dead. Dwellers Below is very good. It's a very good spell. Who's this is almost dead? The Wild Riders of Kurnith died instantly. I feel like that's kind of their deal. Last time we used them, they died really quickly as well. Alright, these knights are done for. Let's wrap the rest of this up. Yeah, fall in on these guys. So Orion has some magic and stuff. This has a pretty long cooldown, but I think we're actually going to be able to... Oh boy. Well, some of our reinforcements are going to get tied up, but that's okay. We just need most of us to get together. If the fight ends up being pretty much like 90% of my two forces versus their one good army, we definitely will win that. So we got to wrap this up quickly, which means you guys are done playing distraction. It's time to actually kill. And you need to cast cool spells. Seems like an okay time for a cool spell. Well, we should actually... What is this? This also has a really long cooldown. Yeah, he doesn't have any damage effects that are not long cooldowns. Let's try to get these guys. We'll save the moving vortex if we can, because it probably will end up being better to use it in a different way. Probably want to save up some wins, like let the wins accumulate a little bit. All right, so all of you guys basically need to head for here. See, this is... I wish I could tell them all to go basically to a particular point instead of them deciding to advance in a line, because I really do want everybody to get over here. Alright, that'll basically do. We're going to lose some people. Some people are going to get caught by cavalry. It's fine. We'll be alright. Alright, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, just very slowly. Alright, the enemy lord is dead. That's good. Don't let him get away. Okay. Wow, are my arrows moving in slow motion or something? How did you guys fire that late? Those arrows landed at the positions the enemies were at like 8 seconds ago. Okay, so we want to take up a position where we can be in some trees, but we're looking down field into a largish open space. So I think this is probably where we want to go. See if you guys can get over here. Yeah, a couple units of Shrieking are just doomed. Well, fight. You guys are providing the time for the rest of us to get where we need to go. Actually, we might have to just turn around and fight. I was hoping to be able to mass up a little bit more, but yeah. Because who's actually going to make it? Well, most of this force is not actually cavalry, right? No, probably. I think we're going to be able to do this. We're going to make it. So you guys, plans changed a little bit. We're heading this way more. Firebark Elders. Unfortunately, Dirthu's really out of place here. Okay. Sorry for all the pausing. I'm just trying to make sure that I don't do this in a really terrible way and lose everything. Alright, I appreciate what you're doing there, but let's not chase them into the trap. Alright, so these guys with no health bar anymore are completely broken, like won't come back, I think. I'm a lot less worried about them. Geez, that forest dragon is doing some decent work. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to turn on these dudes. So let's get you, you, and you. Let's turn around and open up. These guys are actually ranged cavalry, not charging cavalry. Let's see if we can get them. And we're just going to have to reform in a place that's not my most ideal place. But we're not. I don't think we have time to do the thing I was going to do there. So you guys come back over hereabouts. Man, the Wild Riders are messed up. I'm going to try to have them kind of sit out to the side of the battle and just reap health from the life Spellsinger casting and see if we can't maybe, over the course of the battle, get them back into a position where they can contribute. All right, and I'm going to send these ranged flyers just zooming over to there. Let's take apart their mortar crews if we can. Though actually, the ranged flyers might be better off harassing cavalry since they can do so with impunity. I'll have the eagle go and harass the mortar crews. Maybe the dragon too. And who are you? There's some treekin who did not get. They came into the battle really late and didn't catch any of the movement orders. Yeah, that's fine. Just head this way. You get to be the ambush force. I think our trees may have actually done some meaningful damage. Potentially. Alright, once our wizards are in a little bit better position to cast, we can try to get some spells off. And Orion can just start doing his range thing. Oh god, you guys are not getting there fast enough. Let's finish these dudes off. Alright, get up the hill. If they're just gonna sit right there, that is where the magic is going. Actually, how much does he have to move to cast out here? Oh, a ton. His spells are actually really short-ranged. Okay. Let's move him up this way, I suppose, then. Try to get him... Why can I not issue orders? Here we go. Try to get him into some kind of casting position. So those guys are not entirely dealt with, but we don't have the time to get them to entirely dealt with. I think this dragon probably needs to, well, if he can just keep these guys running, if they make it to the edge of the map, they can't come back, I believe. Just keep them spooked. You're going to want to run a little bit. Okay, we're getting some pretty good damage in there. Okay, I thought... Well, actually, this is fine. Here, for now, we'll just have the flying range units come over here and deal with the mortar crews. But being able to sweep in behind the enemy is going to be pretty good in a little bit here. So where are all my... Here we go. Dryads are actually really bad for this fight. Where are all my really large dudes? Alright, Dorothy's got to turn around. We need to get large people out in front because we're about to have to endure some cavalry charging. You guys have got to get further. You're just going to get dead. Yeah, please get sort of in front of the ranged. Well, something more like that. Okay, wizards. What is the best? We could lower their speed and accuracy. If I cast it right here, I can get a couple of the ranged units and also the ranged cavalry, which is important. Alright, and then we need you to cast something so that you can get some life ticks going on your people. Actually, this might be an okay time for an Earthblood. We have some injured soldiers here. I just gotta be careful not to target it accidentally on a figure, because I don't want it to be on a figure. I want it to be in the extended effect duration. It looks like it doesn't actually give a larger targeting area. That's fine. Alright, so this will catch both of them, and we'll catch a bunch of these melee troops. Katra probably needs to get out front. Dryads can go out to the side in the hopes of that maybe we can flank some of these cavalry. Okay, good healing. Didn't actually get as many of them as I would have liked with the debuff. Alright, you're not getting away. Just go ahead and engage. Orion. Oh, this is useful. This will stop people from running. We're not at the point where we want to use it yet, but we're getting close. Yeah, shoot at him. Shoot at Katraza. I think the Forest Dragon has done what he needed to do. Time has come to rejoin battle. The question is where? It's dangerous to just drop him on ranged units, but let's send him this way. If what we end up accomplishing here is just drawing off some ranged units, that'll actually be totally fine. Making them come over to fight him, then he can fly away and make that useless to them. So their accuracy's down. The greatswords are pretty dangerous. We're reliant on our armor to keep us alive in a lot of cases, so. Okay, they're engaging, so now is the time. Step in and let them have it. These dryads are not... They're not the best units for this battle, honestly. Dryads are kind of like low tech. We should probably just have better units. It's a shame you can't issue orders to people to just like go to a certain place and then find the nearest target and fight it. You have to be very specific about everything. This would probably be a good time for him to gain a little bit of speed and vigor. He's about to have to move. Oh, I forgot what incredibly short range this ability has. That's fine. Just get over here, fight these great swords. We'll figure it out. So Loic's tricksters are probably just going to wait here for some more guys to come in. Let's get in front of the ranged. I should bind all the archers into one core here, just so that I can issue group ranged orders more easily. Start bombarding the approaching melee. These are just some random treekin. These treekin are definitely dead. Well, you know what, though? If I hit these guys from two different angles, maybe I can get away with it. All right, that's not quite over yet, so I don't want him to disengage. That needs to keep happening. Okay, we're basically doing it. We're sort of doing it. Okay, so here come the volleys. Ooh, wow, mortars. Mortar fire's doing really good work. I mean, we're getting some very impressive morale damage in here. Okay, Durthu. All of the enemies are very close now. Cast your great magics upon them. We have 2 winds of magic, so we can't really use any big spells, but we do have these bound spells. I kind of want to wait for the enemies to engage to use that one. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna run Orion over here. I was thinking of this. Tormentor Sword has always been useful for me as a way of keeping enemies from running away. But if he can get out here and get a bunch of these guys in range of it and stop their movement while they're still out of melee range, so we can just lay down all that range fire, that would be pretty great. All right, the wizards don't want to do anything else. You guys probably need to break off and engage this flank. We don't need everybody punching their lord. Although it would be cool if he died quickly. Yeah, alright, our Branch Wraith is going to have to get out of there. He's getting hammered. It bothers me that they're still confident. That makes me nervous that they know something I don't. How are we going to deal with... I'm going to turn some of our ranged units on these horses. Because we're never going to be able to catch them with the melee units, obviously. But we got to get these dealt with. Okay, and the Forest Dragon... Actually, the Forest Dragon. This is perfect. Come in here, drop right on the backsides of these guys. Let's get this taken care of. So where's Orion? We want to try to use our thing as soon as it's going to hit a fair number of them. Alright. Turn around and get back in here. Now that he's engaged in melee, we got to watch him a little bit. Well, we're definitely winning the ranged game. Yeah, look at their forces. They're just breaking all over the place. In fact, there's a morale wave going on. So when one unit is near another unit that retreats, they take a morale penalty. And you can get this thing where, like, these guys retreating cause these guys to retreat, which cause these guys, which cause these guys. And what's happening right now is you're seeing this, all of these white bars are empty. They're breaking all over the place. And they have in fact turned around some of their ranged units to deal with our flyers, and that's going to turn out to be very bad for them. Okay, who's got magic? I don't think we have anything that costs 3. This only costs 6. Yeah, unfortunately, none of our casters are leveled up enough to have Arcane Conduit available. All right, let's refocus a lot of the ranged on the people who are not yet. Actually, these guys don't have any of our guys between us and them. Let's put a couple of units on that. And then, I mean, you guys are doing it. You're just hammering them. We do want to put some people on these guys who are not yet fleeing, though. Let's try to make that fleeing happen. And since it looks like Loke's Tricksters are not going to be needed in the cavalry defense position, let's bring them over here. Plus speed seems pretty good right now. Do we have any other big group inspiring abilities that we need to pop? I don't think so. Start using our spells on this big fat group of melee over here. Stand on these great swords. Whoa, wait a second. How did I select Orion by clicking here? Okay, so they're bringing some ranged units around to the side. You guys are getting that done. You guys are getting that done. This actually might be a good thing for our eagles to come over here and deal with. We'll just hit them. Oh, you know what? These aren't units that came up around the side. These are some of the retreating units that we didn't push all the way off the map. Okay. Refocus on people who are not yet retreating. These are outriders, so I'm not too concerned about them. Let's get you guys over here and attack the melee. Okay. They have some range that definitely need to get dealt with. Okay, these dryads are... I mean, they're winning. They're encouraged by our nearby terrifying units. The dragons attacking these guys. Treemen are attacking these guys. Where is... Durthu is taking a little bit of damage. We may as well pop his potion of healing. No reason to let him fall. Maybe this is premature. But let's just, let's get in there on some of these ranged guys. Using units that generate fear to chase will help keep the runners running, too. It will help keep them from regrouping on us. I wonder how long it takes for this vortex to go off. So we dropped it over here. We might get some damage on the ranged units and get some damage on the retreating guys. Not really sure what the best place to do this is. If I drop it over here, the cavalry are too mobile. You get out of it too easily. You know, let's just try to drop it in the path of the retreating enemies. And he's actually totally beating these spearmen in melee, so... Turn around, don't let them get away. Are we catching them? We're sort of catching them. We're doing something. Alright, we have a lot of enemies on the run here. But this is a place where we have to be a little bit careful. It's totally a thing that can happen. That you can lose control of a battle at this point, overextend while chasing, and get yourself killed. So let's just be smart about this. There are wizards over here. Let's drop our eagle on the wizards. Who do I want these guys to actually focus on? So you guys are back to running. You guys are rapidly losing morale. Yeah, it's probably okay for us to turn around and focus on these units here that are not yet broken. You know what, let's center a heal on the dragon, how about? The dragon is terrifying. He's doing great work in the terrifying our enemies out of commission field. So let's just keep that up. This tree man needs to head over to here. And they have a melee guy. Let's see here. Who's not feeling particularly up to chasing? You guys are pretty soft. They have a melee guy attacking one of our wizards. He's doing a bad job of it right now, but that's not to say that he necessarily will be doing a bad job of it forever. So let's try to... Well, actually, move up here and support the trees. Yeah. I'm a little nervous about getting overconfident here because while we have all of them on the run, basically, a lot of them still have a lot of health left. And if they start regrouping, this could still be a pretty serious battle. Okay, what do we still have back here? Not much. Most of my units who were accidentally flanking have been moved forward. What are you guys' orders currently? Yeah, just hit these handgunners. Okay.
Archers ready! Cavalry! Ready! Let's fly! Wild rises!
Get him! Alright, the eagle and the dragon are doing drops in the forest. These guys are getting broken. They just can't... I mean, it must be terrifying to endure, like, arrow fire from both sides. I can hardly even imagine. Okay, I think that was a really good outcome. I think, honestly, that was a better outcome than the auto-resolve would have come up with. And I know that for most good players of Total War, that's probably, like, a thing that is true every battle. But listen, I'm good at the strategic part, not the tactical part so much, so... Alright, Orion's army hardly took any damage at all. Alright, obviously, kill the captives. So what does the situation look like now? Okay. Wow, Katra. That's a very good trait. So the situation right now is these guys are actually still alive. No, just barely though.
Absolutely not.
This army is messed up. So let's begin a siege of the city, which will prevent them from healing while we get our stuff back together. And we probably just move Orion back here so that he and Durthu are definitely in reinforcement range of each other. Because this siege didn't... okay, no, it does include Orion's army. He is in reinforcement range. Yeah. Start sieging up. Dularic should probably just join one of the armies at this point, or what's this guy's deal?
Protector of the forest.
We can just remove this army from the table. Oh. Well, in theory we could. Alright, what was I doing with you? I think I was pushing up your red line, yeah. That's right, his army's all ranged, but he's, like, totally teching for that. He's spec'd for it. I don't know, so what counts as a forest battle? I don't think that these battles where we're in an open field that has a lot of forests in it count. So... this is Katra. Let's start picking up spells. Katra would certainly be more useful if he had his magic. I mean, he's doing lots of important things. This is going to be relevant.
I live to serve Ariel.
Yeah, Orion's army is still looking really good and tough. Our Force Dragon's all the way up to unit rank 7 already. What rank did we hire it in at? I don't even remember. Alright, are we... I don't think there's anything else that we need to be doing this this turn.
Protector of the forest.
No. Talk's just keeping an eye on things. Okay. Yeah, that went really well, and I'm extremely extremely happy with it. So let's see what happens. I'm curious what the play is going to be for the Tillians. Because this probably means that Tilia is lost. Although I guess we don't actually have these guys cornered, right? They could just leave through the port. Alright, so big weapon. It's weapon damage for everybody? Yeah, big weapon damage boost for everybody. That's a fine event.
Lord of the forest.
Yeah, get Earthing, because I do sometimes like to have you overcast. We're so close to Arcane Conduit, which is going to make our casters much more effective. So now that a lot of the other guys have backed off, no, this is still looking like a really weak battle. And it's actually worse if we Lightning Strike, because we don't get Orion. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we can have Orion chase, because I think he's essential to our victory here. Although, maybe our victory here is we just starve them? Hold on, continue to siege. They both moved to places where we can't catch them.
Is whispering.
By Sigma, no!
I mean, even between these two armies, they're not really a threat. Let's just stay here, get this done. Take out their various characters and support heroes and whatnot. I'm really surprised at how bad our battle odds are here, but I don't want to move Orion away because I'm concerned that if we did, the army in Magritta would just attack Durthu and win. What are 2 turns left on the oak? All right. All right. And once we do this, we're back to 0 amber. We are operating in an amber deficiency right now. Deficit. Deficit's probably the word that a smart person would have used there. Okay, the Vaults of Winter. Oh yes, this is the one about the guests being fattened. Yeah, we don't really need growth. We're all set on growth. Oh, we should check in with our gift recipient partners. No, not Torgovan. Bretonia. They're at 13 now. Some military access is yellow. Any chance of... Okay, cool. Well, that's going to pin us to a very, very positive attitude value. Yeah, 46 points of treaties now. In addition to several hundred extra gold from trade. This is looking really good for us.
Greetings. We may not be the...
So where are you guys at? You're at 0 right now. We're not going to be able to get anything else out of you, but just landing the non-aggression pact is a big deal. Feeling very good about it. So the first siege tower was completed this turn. Okay, I think we're probably just going to have to wait until attrition kicks in. We'll starve them out. That's fine. We have a thing for that. It's not going to take too long. I really do think that we have gotten a lot of mileage out of -4 turns enemy siege holdout time. I kind of can't believe how good that tech is. I suppose the tech has to be very, very good for you to want to spend amber on it, though. Oh, you know what? I could be recruiting with Orion during this time. Could be and should be.
Oh, mighty lord.
Oh, hey,
The
that thing.
fates have surely selected you for greatness. Thanks to my guidance, your
Okay.
tremendous power grows, as if driven by some divine power. Your enemy...
Hey, shh. So let's recruit. So the difference between Glade Guard and Deepwood Scouts is pretty small. Glade Guard are actually better fighters. Deepwood Scouts have higher leadership. Okay. So you probably should have some melee in this, Yeah. Let's get a couple units of Eternal Guard and some poison into this army. So he'll chill for 2 turns. It'll take 2 turns for the attrition to kick in and starve these guys out. We unfortunately cannot do that with Durthu's army because they're in siege mode. We can buy him Regiments of Renown, though. And actually, yeah, these 2 will complete his army. Let's do this. Alright. So in a couple of turns, we'll be really, really ready. Nothing interesting is happening up here. It's just dudes milling back and forth. Yeah. Oh, Gisaru went to Bretonia. I don't have any idea when that happened. That could have been several turns ago, for all I've been paying attention. Do we want to try to pursue any kind of thing with anybody else?
Utter your demand before I raise it.
That's tough, man. It's tough to overcome that much hate. I'm assuming Midland, yeah. We couldn't trade with them anyway. Now, we got our friends. We'll make friends with the people who will be friends with us easily. We'll burn everybody else to the ground. I'm feeling good, though. Confident. Actually, this hero should probably be harassing that army. So we'll deal. We'll wrap up Magritta here, and then we'll probably have to end the episode, unfortunately. But I have. Okay, there we go. They bailed out through the port. They weren't able to replenish at all during the time that they were sieged, so
Defender of Athalor.
Not likely. No.
Yes.
What is the best use of this guy? I don't know. Let's just...
We will slay them. Impossible.
Man, that guy is remarkably hard to kill. So this will be trivial now. Alright. We're gonna have to leave... We're gonna have to leave Durthu in place for one more turn, which is good because actually... Durthu's gonna need the backup. So let's get Durthu... We definitely don't want more dryads. Treekin are not bad, though. Let's get him a giant eagle. The giant eagle seems pretty great. Or actually, you know what? Oh, we're using the whole global recruitment pool, though. Yeah, never mind. That's right. It's fine, he'll be fine. So one turn and his army will almost be back to full.
Protector of the forest.
And the actual gold cost of upgrading the Oak of Ages is basically nothing. We're just worried about Amber. Public order is skewing slightly positive now.
I refuse.
We just got to figure out what we're going to do about this. We're going to have to chase him with Durthu while Orion goes east. That's fine. It'll be alright. It's not totally ideal, but it will be fine. And this might be, now that we know how things are going diplomatically and economically a little bit better, this actually is probably a good time to start a third army. Alright, they made landfall. We can block them probably with what's-his-face.
All hail colonels.
Oh no, we can't actually reach them. Well, get over here. Unfortunately, there's no place that I can go that will prevent them from moving afterward. But we can... We can go to, like, here. I want to make it as awkward as possible for him to go to Bilbali. Yeah. What if I move one little tick down here? Okay, he can't move through the red circle except to attack us, which he will not succeed at right now. Okay.
Master of the wild hunt.
And yeah, I think he just rides east.
My will is yours.
I think Durthu's got his stuff under control, and we need to prevent Tilia from reinforcing this army in any way. All right, and let's go and take one of our existing lords and make a third army on him. Yep, that's the guy. Okay, and he can put an army together pretty quickly. So let's get a tree man. Here, this will be the beginning of our army. And then we'll recruit all the little foot soldier guys later. That's right, we don't have access to any of the good archers without support buildings. Well... Okay, first of all, we do have to do this. Keep forgetting. And then... There's an Azrai armory here. So actually, we don't have a bowyer workshop anywhere in our empire. That probably could be fixed. That's something that we should spend money on. Okay, well, I think we're starting to get this under control.
Absolutely not.
Let's do one more turn here because I want to see exactly how this is going to play out. So his army could still totally, even in its somewhat diminished state, could still totally take out Bilbali if we let them. Durthu's army will just run him over. There's no question there. Alright, he's retreating to arms. You know what? Upkeep reductions are almost always better than recruitment cost reduction. In order for that not to be the case, you would have to have basically no troops on the map. Okay, so he just rode hard for reinforcements. He's not getting any replenishment, though. This is not friendly territory for him.
Shield of Athel Lauren.
So I can't actually get into a position to provide reinforcement. Where's the... This is the ambush point? I can move this far and still go into ambush mode? Let's see about that. Let's make it look like there's a way out for them. Let's also try to kill their wizards. Because I don't need to deal with this.
Death comes for them. Defender of Athel.
Alright, Deluric remembered what his job is.
God keep
And yeah, I am gonna take this back then. There's no point in raising it.
yes.
We sure do not need money anymore. Okay, and would you look at that? I spent one entire episode, and basically all we got out of it was being back in the place that we were at the start of the episode. But the future's looking real bright. So that is going to be it for us for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying the series as much as I am enjoying making it. Come back next time. We're pushing across the bay here, and we're gonna remove Tilia from this game permanently, which is something they've been asking for a long time. And we'll see you then.